In the previous videos, we discussed the two types of clauses which we use for constructing the different types of sentence. Then we discussed the first type of sentence according to structure, and we broke down a few example sentences to examine the type structure. In this video, we will discuss the second type of sentence, what it consists of, and what crucial elements it cannot miss. Please be informed that what follows contains reused content, so the audio might not be in its best quality. But we believe it won't affect your learning experience. Let's begin.
While a simple sentence consists of one independent clause, a compound sentence consists of two. Since a compound sentence has two independent clauses, or simply two simple sentences, it will be exhausting to just directly put them together like this. So let's avoid these awkward sentences by observing these three ways of forming a compound sentence. Number 1. By combining independent clauses using coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions are the conjunctions abbreviated into fanboys, which stands for and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Depending on the meaning we want to convey, we use these conjunctions to connect the two independent clauses, and they are put in between with a comma before them. For example, Mom went to the market, comma, and she will buy a new cooking pan. Dylan wants to marry Tina, comma, but she isn't ready yet. Notice the two independent clauses or simple sentences in each sentence, and notice the coordinating conjunctions that join them with a comma. Always remember to put the comma before putting the conjunction. Number 2. By combining independent clauses using any of these transition words, depending also on the meaning we want to express. And they are accompanied by a semicolon and a comma. For example, Mom went to the market, semicolon, then, comma, she will buy a new cooking pan. Dylan wants to marry Tina, semicolon, however, comma, she isn't ready yet. Notice that before the second independent clause is added, we put the semicolon, the transition word, and the comma first, in exact order. That is the order we follow when making a compound sentence using transition words. The third way of forming a compound sentence is by combining independent clauses by using just semicolons. It might sound so simple, but before we consider using it, we need to consider one condition. When there are two simple sentences or dependent clauses that are closely related to each other and have the idea of and, a semicolon by itself can be used. For example, Mom went to the market, and she will buy a new cooking pan. This compound sentence has the idea of and. In fact, we used and to combine the independent clauses. If we want to save time, are limiting words, or just want to be different, we can use just the semicolon. For example, Mom went to the market, semicolon, she will buy a new cooking pan. Here, the semicolon is placed between the two independent clauses or simple sentences. Let's have some more examples. Dina hurt her ankle. She cannot dance. Here, the two clauses are closely related. Because Dina has her ankle hurt, she cannot dance as a result. And it also has the idea of and, so instead of adding and, we just used a semicolon. Another example. My dad works at the opera. He is a really good musician. Here, there must be a reason why my dad works at the opera, and that is because he is a really good musician. When you think of it, it has the idea of and, so instead of using the conjunction, we just used a semicolon. So there are three ways we can form a compound sentence, and it is really up to us which one to use as necessary. If you want to learn more about clauses, other types of sentences, coordinating conjunctions, and transition words, please check our links in the description box below.